Well, I guess I'm homeless. This will be the third time I try to make this video. First time I said some stuff I probably, you know, shouldn't have said on the video. And then, second time, it's so hot the damn phone turned off. And I don't know when it turned off. So I went and cooled the phone down, put it in the freezer too long, killed the battery. But anyway, so me and my father got evicted. We've been on this property since the 70s. Well, off and on. I was here as a little baby and we moved away and did some more shit. We moved back in the mid-90s. My mom used this land to finance that double wide $50,000 loan. Over $200,000 has already been paid for this trailer. My mom dies, mysterious illness. Within a week, she's dead. She died on her 60th birthday. My dad's been crippled since the 80s, really bad. Broken back and just in so much pain. He's puking all the time. Just ruined his life, basically. Couldn't handle responsibilities or anything anymore. Just kind of thrown there. So my mom dies. He now has the responsibility to take care of everything. He used to work for the government when he got hurt. It was on workman's comp. The government said, well, you're no longer hurt anymore. You're just old. So we're going to dock your pay. I don't remember exactly what they docked it, but they docked it a bunch. So with what payment he got and my mom's social security part, he gets $1,000 a month. The mortgage was $750, and I became bedridden. I was starting to do fairly well playing in the desert and scrapping. You know, I felt like I had finally made it. You know, I mean, there's $760 for playing around out in the desert right before I got sick. Just go out there for a few days. So I felt like I made it, but I got sick. I became bedridden. I got an autoimmune problem, something like lupus and scleroderma. I have symptoms of both of those. I nearly died. So anyway, so my dad has to deal with my mom dying, the government fucking him by cutting his pay even more, and now I'm bedridden. And his crippled ass has to cook my food, cut up my food, clean up after me. Just, he fucking lost it, and he quit paying the mortgage for a whole year before we found out. We found out about it. We contacted them. They just run around in circles. They wouldn't work with us, and pretty much to boil it down, they're like, we're just gonna take the place from you. There was $21,000 left on the principal. They auctioned it off, sold it for $21,000. And they've been trying to get us off ever since. I guess they probably would have kicked us off already if it hadn't been for COVID. The cops have showed up. I thought things were going to go south. They didn't. They gave us an extra week. Actually, they were supposed to be here Tuesday and they haven't showed up. There was some kind of shooting where they shot some drunk guy out here on 4th of July weekend. So I wonder if that has something to do with it. We got a little pod over there. My sister helped. A bunch of friends came and helped. If all the friends and family hadn't come and helped, I wouldn't have even tried. I would have just gave up. We got pretty much all the crap out of the house. My poor dad is heartbroken. He was doing the best I've seen him since my mom died. And now he's like, mine's gone. I thought he was having a stroke the other day. So I got to find a place to live. One of my friends are going to let me stay in a little pop-up camper. I've got a few vehicles, I guess. I got a RAV4, I got a Cherokee, I got a Dodge 1500, got a couple trailers, I got a horse trailer, which I got full of shit right now. Got the quad, got a Yamaha and a Honda scooter, got the little stupid Benelli that never worked right. Got a bicycle that's got a motor on it. And I got tons of shit. I got all my plants. I already moved a bunch of plants. I have house plants I've had since like 1990 and shit my mom gave me. Frickin' barrel cactus I've had since I was like 13. That agave that just flowered, I dug that up in the 8th grade. On a science field trip up in the mountains. So I talked to like the mortgage relief companies. I talked to a lawyer, and they were like, oh, you're good. They looked at our finances and they were like, no, we can help you out for sure. Until they found out it was a chattel loan. I guess a loan, like you would get a loan to buy an RV or something like that. Even though New Mexico considers this a house because it's actually on a foundation. And they wouldn't help us out with that either. So just me being so sick all the time, and I'm doing the best I have since 2014. Like, I'm the healthiest, the strongest, and I'm still sick as shit all the time. I feel kind of lightheaded right now. If I don't eat, I can't think. I have to eat like every hour, 2 hours, and not just a simple snack. If I skip it, I wind up getting like very ill. I'm puking. I can't think. I can't even stand up. Got all kinds of problems, joint problems. I usually take 5 to 10 milligrams of prednisone every day. I try to keep it at 5, but 5's not quite enough if I'm active. 10 kind of does it. But to get through all this stuff, I started just with the stress. I started having a relapse, and I was taking 50 to 60 milligrams a day just to get through this. Then I got all my scrap metal. Most of the shit I collected before 2014, before I got sick. I mean, I got a huge pile of tent pegs, cement mixer. I got a huge pile of junk back there. I got a Model T engine back there. If I go over there, the damn phone's gonna overheat though. So I don't know if I forgot something. My missile or rocket combustion chamber right there. Tank tracks, tank track pieces. I definitely don't want to scrap those. I want airplane motors. Freaking rocks and shit, man, I got everywhere. No tank track. Whole bunch of crap back everywhere. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. I may just have to abandon it. And then most of these rocks I picked up when my back went out. I had to quit working years ago because my back got so bad. I guess it was this autoimmune problem, but I didn't know what it was. And I quit a lineman job. And then I wound up getting a job on a farm. It's pretty close by, which was like easy peasy work compared to the line work. But then I had to quit that. I couldn't even stand up. And I'd go out in the desert and I would crawl around. I'd walk as far as I could and I would crawl around, just look for rocks and little Indian pottery and stuff. There's a big shell right here. If I pull that out, there's a hole in it. There's just, chunks of things I really don't want to leave behind. And I don't want to take this to the scrapyard. It'll make me cry. A piece of petrified wood. There's a warhead, a training warhead. It's in there. There's nothing in there. For one of those 2.76 hydro rockets. I got some of the internal pieces for the Bofors gun. These are the wheels turn, and like the 40 millimeter round slides in between it. And these turn around and feed the round out of the clip. And then there's some. I think I found that around where the Bofors gun was. There's some more parts to it up on these shelves somewhere. Yeah, right here. That's part of the Bofors. There's just so much junk. Look at this coax spring, man. I don't know what this goes to. Got an armored vehicle, maybe? Weird. I got these weird handles. I don't know what they go to. Hopefully some type of weapon system. 40 millimeter, 40 millimeter armor piercing. It's just steel with the tracer component. Belts of 50. That has good powder. I've used that for reloading like 9 millimeter stuff. It's 700X or similar to 700X. Just my huge collection of artillery shells. This one has the windscreen on it, but it's rotted. I think that's a really cool. None of these are high explosive rounds. Another 40 millimeter AP. It's missing the windshield, the windscreen. There's a big 90 millimeter right here. Armor piercing. It's a solid steel shot. This is just like daunting now. Like, what am I just gonna dump all this stuff in the back of my friend's house? So that's crazy. $200,000, 25 years of payments on time, and they wouldn't work with us. And now they get it. 5 acres of land next to the BLM desert. So you got thousands of acres in the back. There's a little well pond over on the side. Get this double wide trailer. I've got a huge railroad tie fence I built in the front. All my poor trees and shit get to just die, I guess. All these little trees I grew from seeds and stuff and planted them. Well, except that one just grew. Mesquite. But I got all my kittens. I don't even want cats. Sure the hell didn't want cats, but I wound up with 7 little kittens. Well, I wound up with more, but there's 7 left. I bottle raised 4 of them, and then there was another batch that was over 6. So a little female. Started calling her Choya, because she got all tangled up in the Choya cactus. It was covered in it. Flipping around like she was getting electrocuted. Now, if I was healthier, maybe I'd just say fuck it, go live in the desert in my Cherokee. But then my dad, man, he's so heartbroken and homesick. He's living with my sister in like a little back room. I don't really want to live over there. They live in El Paso. I think I'd lose my fucking mind living in a little subdivision. Got to get my fish tank put somewhere. Plus, they live in Texas, and I don't really want to live in Texas. Live in El Paso. Right behind them mountains over there. At least where I'll probably be staying at my friend's house at the camper. There's a bunch of desert around there too. I could hike around. But all my reloading, all that shit's fucking over with. That crap's scattered in boxes here and there. So that's over. All my parts kits. I've been tinkering with a whole bunch of parts kits, building them here and there. All that shit's packed away and scattered. And I talked to Freedom Inc. And he wanted me to put up some Cash App or something. I don't know. I don't know that that'll really help. So it's kind of weird. But if he wants to do it, I'll let him do it. You know, if I could get enough money to buy this place, or if somebody bought this place and we could rent it from them, dude, me and my dad kicked the bucket, oh, that'd be great. I probably should have done something before, you know? Just kind of wanting to be left alone and feeling bad and just procrastinating and look like the country's falling apart. And I was like, it's been so many years, they're never going to kick us out of here. Be a civil war before then. It's one reason I quit prepping. Because I was like, you know, maybe it's going to hit the fan. And I guess I was right. I wouldn't know what to do if I just kept prepping and had all kinds of water and food and all kinds of shit. Fuck it. I'll just prep ammo. And my dad, he really wants to be with me. We get along pretty good, even though, I mean, he's super depressed and he can get real negative at times, you know. But, I mean, there's a reason behind it. He's not just some dude that's fucked up in the head for no reason. That injury ruined his life. I got an anti-tank mine right there. I wish it was a real one. It's a training. I guess I could just hope it'll work out for the best. You never know. All that desert back there. I'm gonna miss it. Still gotta get this too. I can't abandon this to these assholes. It's a Model T engine. Found it way out in the desert. It's like a mystery. I think it has something to do with the ranchers. Like a piece of equipment broke, and it looks like they tried to fix it. There's the head of it over there, and eventually just took the whole motor out. Either put a new one in, or not sure. It was so far from anything. Can't imagine what it was, but I don't know. Hell, I never know. Probably was a tractor. If I had to put money in it. But why it would be where it was, I don't know. Really far from roads. And there wasn't a lot of junk around. Never seen a homestead around that area or nothing. I got those crap. I could abandon this though. This is just junk. Junk from shooting ranges. Nothing special here. I like to at least shoot these things up before I leave. These targets. I was shooting this the other day and I fucked up my damn door. I forgot the door was back there. I was shooting at it with the 9. Busted the glass. It's a good door too. I mean, not a great door, but it would work. I got one of those thingies all the tweakers are trying to steal. Catalytic converter. Not sure what it goes to. It's pretty big. Gotta abandon that. Whoa, kitty. Wow. I don't know if I forgot anything.